Well, howdy, 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 everybody. Theresa here. It is March 10th, 2016. Thursday morning. It is almost noon. It is 11:56 a.m. Weather-wise, it is 48 degrees. Real feel temperature 37 because of the wind. High will be 59 and the low will be 35. And then tomorrow we'll back up in the 60s, so that'll be nice. It snowed last couple of days, but nothing that stuck around down here up on the mountain. It did, but yesterday I did some packing. Not too much because I really need to go into the blue room and I need to move my drafting table. I need to finish that one project I have on there right now. And then I need to, so I can do more packing. It's all the very small crafting stuff that takes a long time and stuff. So, yeah, I've been doing that. And I just wasn't feeling real hot. I tell you what, that kidney infection this time is really kind of taking a toll on me. So, having to keep a close eye on that. And then, what else I do? I just did some picking up, and I, just kind of relaxed a little bit. And then, we had that crock-pot chicken. Brad did try Brussels sprouts. Still hates them. Excuse me, but at least he tried one. Let's have some coffee, guys. I need some coffee. Let's see. As you see, I made a new hat. This is the Newsboy hat. And I extended the bill a little bit longer, the visor part, a little bit longer than it called for. Not too much, but I'm happy with it. I'm not done with it yet, of course. I need to, this is the visor part right here. I need to embellish it some. I'm thinking I'm going to embellish it right here with some decorative and then my buttons, of course. But I'm very happy with it. It's the first one I've ever made. This one is mine, of course. But when I get done, I'm going to list the image of it on Etsy, and you can order your own. The yarn I used was Loops and Thread Charisma, of course, Dragonfly, which I really love. And this took one skein to do this, and yeah, with the visor and stuff. So you always, if you're doing a visor, and this visor I did not have to attach on. The pattern called for, you did the visor and then you went right into making the hat. And to have kind of a nice brim around here, you did the garter stitch, which is one row E-wrap, one row purl stitch, and keep alternating that way. So so it doesn't curl up, and the visor is made the same garter stitch technique also. So you know, it's I'm very happy with it, and you know, like I said, I was wanting to come up with some different pattern or some different hat styles, and this is just mine, and I altered the pattern, so you know, the pattern will be different if you watch the video. The pattern is on Goodnight Kisses YouTube channel, so you can check that out. I think it's just called Making a Visor for a Hat. So you know, that'll save everybody after me for the link and the pattern. That's what it is. But yeah, I'm going to put some ribbon. I may do some ribbon embroidery on it. I'm not sure. I have to kind of decide if I want to or not. Ribbon embroidery will look pretty on it. but I'm going to have to get out my stabilizer roll because I don't have any more waste canvas Aida to use, and I don't want to buy any more material, so we'll see. Brad and I talked for a long time last night, and we were able to figure out some things and get me centered. Like I said, just the way I'm wired and stuff, I have to have kind of a plan. I have to have I am, like my husband says, I'm a great list maker. I'm great at making plans. But as I've gotten older, I don't have the patience for business stuff like I used to. Quite frankly, I would rather draw, paint, and create things than mess with that. And so, and that's something he's very good at. He's been in the business world. I'm not in the business world now and haven't been for a long time. So, I'm just going to let him handle whatever he's going to do with the house. I think he's going to probably short sell it, just to get us out from underneath it. The market here is really tanked in this area in Wyoming. Now the coal mines are laying off and stuff. So you've got the oil-filled workers, and so many of them have been laid off. And now the coal mine people are listing their houses and diving out of Wyoming at a big pace. So, it is what it is. And, he asked me how I felt about that, because we've lived here 17 years, and I said, I'm just going to equate it as we paid rent. It's not that big of a deal to me. So, as long as we're as healthy as we can be and we're happy together, that's all I care about. I've never cared about the money and stuff. Which sometimes it's kind of a sad thing, because if I cared about the money more, maybe we would have had more money, but I don't know. This is just the way I've always been. So, in doing some cleaning today, and I'm going to be doing some sorting and packing in this front room, is what I'm doing. I've got some bins and stuff to go through, and stuff, kind of piled up in some corners and stuff that we need to go through. And that's what I'm going to be doing, is doing that kind of stuff today. Because my knee really hurts and my kidneys are really hurting. So I need to take medication for that and address that issue. Because that kind of kept me up last night. I was in enough pain with the back and with the lower abdominal stuff because of the kidney. So it's like, yeah. So need to address that issue and take care of that. And we're going to have tacos tonight for dinner. I need to do some cleaning in the kitchen too, if I get a chance. And I'd like to clean the bathroom too, because that's just kind of getting grody on me. I think what I'll do is I will do my general house cleaning like I normally do, and then I'll start with something, and maybe just kind of clean out parts of it. I already started cleaning out parts of it on this one wall that the TV is on and stuff, so I think I'll finish organizing that. Last night I did take out all of my looms, because I wanted to put them all together in a bag. And, because see, I have one set of the round looms. Some people call them nifty knitters, the plastic ones. I have a set of the straight looms, which are the plastic ones too. I have a wooden one that is where you can actually slide part of the bar to make it longer or shorter. And I have a Martha Stewart kit where you can make round, or you can make oblong, or a bunch of different shapes. And the pegs, you can either have the narrower spacing or the wider spacing. You can go a 1/4 inch up to whatever you wanted, really. And different size pegs with that. And I have my Sinwood that my wonderful friend Deet gave me, which is the one I normally use for everything. And why there's yarn hanging off it, I use yarn, colored yarn, different colored yarn as stitch markers, like when I'm making the visor and stuff. And then I have my Super 8. I have, then the only other one I have, let's see, can I do that please? Is my Super 8 one. Now, let me caution anybody that's thinking about buying one of these. They're by knittingboard.com. They're nice, okay, and you see why mine are painted different colors as every other peg. I took some fingernail polishing and colored. Just makes it easier for me. But the thing is, my big complaint is if you had a choice over buying this, I mean, this is just my personal opinion, or buying one of the great big Sinwood Afghan, which is the next one I want to get, the round one, I would go with the Sinwood hand over fist. It's not that this is a bad product, but it is hard to use. It is awkward to use, this part, this inner part here, see how it's moving up and down? Those are not very stable. You've got to hold on to those from the bottom as you're working. And also, with all the twists and turns, especially here and even inside and stuff, this makes it hard. When you're doing a great big Afghan, and you know, once you get into it more and the Afghan weight, you know, the weight of the yarn and stuff, your finished pattern, and then trying to hold on to this, and then trying to, you know, maneuver around these corners and stuff makes it very slow going. I've made a couple of Afghans on this. When I would love to have some more Sinwoods. I absolutely love the one that my friend Deet gifted me with. And like I said, it's the loom I use the most out of everything. I would love to get some more of them. I would love to especially get the big Afghan one. And I would love to get like some of the smaller round ones, you know, for baby and for children and stuff. And I will eventually, you know, after we move and save up some money and stuff, and I, you know, have birthdays and Christmases and stuff coming, that's what I'll be asking for gifts. So, but yeah, and when I do get so lucky that I get a big Sinwood, I'm going to sell this one for a really good price. So keep watching my channel. You know, it'll probably be a year or so, but you know, it's worth it. The Sinwoods are worth the price. And to me, they really aren't that much more than, you know, like this cost. Well, this I got half off on a deal, but still, you know, if you're not going to use it that much, what difference does it make? You know, the Sinwood, I do love the feel of the wood. I do love how stable the pegs are. I do love the pegs are a little bit different. And it just is a very nice, it makes a nice, tighter pattern overall. And it just, I like working with it. So, that's my spill. I'm not endorsed by them. I don't get paid anything by them. They probably, I know they don't know I exist. You know, but, you know, I really love their products. What else can I tell you guys? I'm feeling much better about things on the moving part. Excited. And stuff. It's just, you know, sometimes the stress can really start to get to everybody, and then you've got to kind of take a step back and go, whoa, what the heck's going on here? You know, so, but yeah, it's really going to happen, people. That's all really that's going on here. You know, that just, you know, excited about the move too, and all that fun kind of stuff. I'm very excited about my new style of hat, my Newsboy. I'm very excited about this. The only thing I would change the next one I make is I would probably shorten this part just a little more. You know, but you know, I really like it. I really, really love my favorite yarn out of all the yarn that I've used, and I haven't tried them all, of course. And again, I'm not being endorsed or paid or anything by Loops and Thread. Is Loops and Thread. Charisma. And if you haven't guessed, seeing some of my work, I really love variegated yarn. I don't know why, but it makes my heart happy. I'll be sitting there and looming, and I get so excited when it's changing into another color. I know it's just like a little kid. I can't help it. It's just how I am. But I love variegated yarn. Love, love, love me some variegated yarn. I love this dragonfly one. And because this is all just one skein. This is not me changing color. It's self-striped. And it does this. And I love it. And I love it. It's just, this Loops and Thread Charisma is just the right amount of thickness. So, you know, you would definitely want to use a bulky yarn. And even thought probably the next one I make, like I said, I'm going to put this on Etsy and then I'm going to make them to order. The next one I make, though, I probably will make the visor part, the bill part of the hat out of even red heart because it's stiffer. You know, and you don't want to be using a real super soft yarn on that visor because, you know, it's got to be able to stand up on its own merit. You know, the only other thing you could do is you could make it and then repeat it, you know, in the reverse, and then fold it over and do it, you know, but I had a heck of a time if you do go into good good knit kisses. You're going to see that they're doing a cast on, which is different than what I've used, and you're using a crochet hook. And I had a heck of a time with that. Let me show you. I had the crochet hook that's way too big. I had the crochet hook that was way too small. And I was trying to do this cast on, which actually used a crochet hook and the loom. Yeah. And then finally I had to go in my crochet hooks and get the right size one. But my husband was laughing because I'm like, oh darn it, you know, I'm trying to teach myself how to do this watching the video and stuff, and yeah. But I got it. Alright guys, that's all I really got going on. I need to take my medication. And I want to finish embellishing this hat, deciding what I'm going to do. Because I want to take pictures of it and get it on Etsy. And I'm excited about it. My Etsy link is below if you'd like to take a look at some of my knitwear. You know, this is how I make a living. I'm trying to build this up. This is how we're going to be able to pay for our medication, our diabetic medications and stuff. So, trying to build that up. So, anyway, love you guys, and I cherish your friendship. And I hope you're doing great. And, Dina, I hope your back feels better. And everybody get out and enjoy the sunshine, if you have sunshine, you know. And if you're in the areas where it's flooding, I'm hoping you're safe, warm, and dry. Alright, love you guys. Think you're awesome. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.